We are in Sacramento, California, home for the Kings in an interconference basketball game here. First game of this trip here for the Pistons. They're hoping to start it off with a W.
Freak.
First quarter, just over a minute played. Rondo kicks to Cannon. Kings moving the ball around. He dishes it to Cousins. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there. Earned those free throws.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. And that one falls for Cousins. That one misses. The Pistons have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Leonard with a screen on Gay. Here's Caldwell Pope. He's coming off a 16-point game against Milwaukee. And here in the first, closing in on 2 minutes play. Outside Rondo. Down low, and Cousins throws it down.
Tell you what, he can do a lot more damage to that rim than that when he wants to.
And you know, Clark, with the lead they're enjoying, I'm surprised he didn't put a little something extra on that one.
Me too.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'm glad he didn't, because otherwise we'd probably have a 45-minute delay here if he shattered the backboard. And he's starting to get what he wants here early and often. Nice move.
Cousins with a screen for Gay. Off the screen. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Good pick, but he just couldn't make it count.
Yeah, nice job of setting the screen by his teammate there. And I'm sure he appreciated it.
And that's his strong suit, the ability to find his way through the D and finish at the rim.
Pass to Cousins. His second shot goes in, off to a good start, 2 for 2.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Back to Jackson. Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right now.
Well, not exactly a close game so far, but as the second quarter starts here, plenty of time for a comeback. And quite a position here for the Kings to be in. What do you guys think?
You know, it's been about how solid they've been offensively here, really tuned in with one another.
Good ball movement, and it's paid off on the scoreboard.
Moniunas out there with Caspi. And there's Collison, and it's Rajon Rondo, and it's Robinson in at the center position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Kings. Good. Rondo's got the opening basket here in the second quarter for Sacramento. Pistons trail by 14. Now Udrih. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And Freak throws it down. And you hear so often about work ethic of players, but Freak has put his money where his mouth is. He built a private gym at his house so he can put time in on the court, Clark, whenever he wants to.
Yeah, that's a good step, and Freak is well known to be a workout. Well, freak is probably the best way to say it, so that shouldn't come as any surprise.
And Freak's agent in attendance at the game today, Dom Pagnotti, the famous Dom Pagnotti. You might hear stories positive and negative about him, but he has a lot of big-name clients, that's for sure, Clark.
Yep, and Freak is one name in a long list for Pagnotti. Some question his motives and how he gets deals done, but that's not for you and I to debate.
No.
You certainly can't argue with his results.
Well, you know him well. You call him DP. I just call him Dom.
And the interior D is really starting to be exposed here. How many layups have they gotten today?
Drummond with a screen on Rondo. Udrih dishes to Drummond. Robinson pulls it in.
And you can see the defenders afraid to kind of get in his way a lot of times when he's on his way to the basket. But on that one, they were there.
And stolen by Drummond. Johnson against Collison. And with that shot, the Kings lead is cut down now to just 9 in the bucket from Johnson.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
Yeah, looking to turn things around here, Greg, and cut into this lead.
Robinson sets a screen for Collison. Inside. A slam dunk by Robinson.
And he is the ultimate when it comes to being a floor leader on the offensive end.
Yeah, you know, he's got a little bit of Greg Anthony in him, and he has been that leader today. I think he's done a really nice job of moving the ball and distributing it the way it needs to be done.
Well, Clark, I'm glad you referenced specifically why you thought he had a little Greg Anthony. I thought you were talking about my knees, my man. He looked a little hobbled out there for a moment.
And it's Freak missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Moniunas with it. And it's Johnson picking him up. Moniunas' shot is good.
I like the recognition of the mismatch there, immediately making the defense pay.
Drummond with a screen on Rondo. Udrih the pass to Drummond. That's good. And it's Udrih with the assist that time. Udrih has got his 6th assist on the night. Kings leading now by 11. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. And we've reached...
All right, Sacramento, please. Ladies and gentlemen.
And as we begin the second half, first half wasn't even close, guys. And some changes here for the Kings. Robinson's checked in for Moniunas. Caspi comes in for Rudy Gay. And it's Collison in for Rajon Rondo. Detroit also making some changes. Freak's checked in for Leonard. Johnson comes in for Harris. And it's Jody Meeks in for Caldwell Pope. On the floor for Detroit, Freak in at the 4 spot. Reggie Jackson out there with Jody Meeks. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Johnson in at the 3 spot. And Cannon gets it to go.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Drummond the screen. On the wing, Jackson. 7 points in the game. And yes, sir, that one drops.
It's got to be nice for them to know that game in and game out, his offense is going to be there for him.
Kicks it to Caspi. Cousins inside, working on Drummond. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
Oh, the officials are all over that one.
Clearly a foul. I mean, didn't give him any choice but to blow the whistle. I mean, you got to play without fouling.
And the Pistons making a change here. Morris is checked in. Good on the second free throw. Third quarter of basketball here, and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Jackson with it. 9 points in the game so far.
Move the ball. It's sticking too much.
To the middle. And Freak throws it down.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
And I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will start shrinking even further.
Kings leading now by 12. Outside Collison. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Collison's got his 2nd bucket of the game to go. Now here's Jackson. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game. Down low. And the rejection by Cousins. Cannon kicks to Collison. There's 1:38 left to play in the third. Cousins with a screen on Johnson. Collison. Soft touch off the glass. Collison's got 4 points in the quarter. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Kings.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
You know, one other area they're doing well in is steals. I mean, they've knocked the ball loose a number of times and been able to track it down after the fact.
And that one's good. That's 10 points for Freak.
Oh, Maestro, he is so good at making those lead passes, like conducting an orchestra.
Cauley Stein, he's checked in for DeMarcus Cousins. Last game for the Kings, they picked up the W against the Los Angeles Lakers. We've got DeMarcus Cousins. Collison is out there with Rajon Rondo. Then there's Motiejunas, and it's Carpenter in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento. Feeds it to Motiejunas. Just 4 to shoot. A baseline J. Rebound, Detroit. Drummond's got 6 rebounds here tonight. The drive by Jackson. And he gets that one to go off the front iron. Jackson's got 12 points in just the second half. Kings leading now by 5. The pass to Carpenter. He feeds it to Collison. Rondo against Jackson. Rondo on top. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Good work defensively by Morris. Pistons trail by 5. Freak kicks to Jackson. 13 feet away. Again, the Pistons good for 2.
Key buckets, and we know he delivers down the stretch.
Doris Burke.
We need to be more physical on the offense.
Hey guys, well, George
Crash the grass,
advice
but
for
be
the
smart.
team in that last huddle.
We need to limit their easy baskets, so get back on D.
Sounded very confident, telling the players, don't let up. This is where we make our move. Right now. Go take it. Kevin?
All right, Doris. Rudy Gay's checked in for Sacramento. Isaiah Cannon comes in for Darren Collison.
Isaiah Cannon.
Gay dishes to Rondo. Motiejunas a screen on Jackson. From 12 feet out, and it's sent back by Drummond. And there's the feed to Cannon. Off target from three-point range. Pistons trail by 3. Freak passes to Morris. Drummond a screen. Caldwell Pope kicks to Morris. Here's Drummond. And so he draws the foul on the shot on trip to the line to shoot 2.
Checking out the game Andre Drummond is having. 8 rebounds and also a block shot. You know, as tremendous as his stats are, what I've liked most is just the effort he's put into this game.
And Clark, he's worked his tail off at the offensive end, and his D, it has been on point.
The Pistons making a change here. Harris is checked in. And both free throws good for Drummond.
He's done a much better job of getting to the line here. Aggressively taking it inside and not shying away from contact. I thought he was settling a bit in the first.
To the inside. And a foul on the shot. He'll go to the stripe for 2. It's going to be on Freak.
At the line for your Kings, Donatas Motiejunas.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 3-point game.
Clutch free throws there, fellas. This one's a barn burner. Tight as me in an airport lavatory.
And here's Jackson. Inside, Freak. Money! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
They don't get any bigger than that basket.
They needed it, Greg, and
to him. There's a screen by Mona Eunice. And Cousins kicks to Mona Eunice. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
Full throttle, pedal to the metal, attacking basketball. I like that.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game. Guys, this possession could decide their fate.
So that means they've got to be very careful with the basketball right now.
No one near him. Buries it.
And all of a sudden, that great run makes this a ball game again. And now is no time to take your foot off the gas. They have got to stay aggressive.
And, Greg, I think they will. I mean, they're close enough to taste it. So they're going to keep that pressure on and keep coming at it.
Second one is good. Getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
Yeah, how about the nerds there? Those free throws put them in a very good position. 3 points clear.
1 second separating the shot clock and game time. And now they foul and stop the clock.
Yeah, you can't let them hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. He's able to hit the second one, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. Harris against Gay. Harris dishes to Jackson. Offensive rebound. Here's Freak. Connects.
Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
Six seconds left in the fourth quarter. And there's the intentional foul. No choice but to stop the clock here. Good on the first, and that makes it a 3-point lead. And so he drops them both. It's a 4-point ball game.
And that's the knockout blow right there, guys. Those free throws should put this one away.
It's Drummond, top of the key. Here's Caldwell Pope. Can't connect. So it's the Kings taking the W in a close one. It was a fantastic ball game, and they did a great job making sure it didn't get away from them.
Well, DeMarcus, congratulations on the win tonight. We know you're a very intense player, but tonight you...
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Kevin, much appreciated, and now let's present our Jordan Player of the Game, Rudy Gay. Just a monster first quarter of the game. He came out hot and just never cooled down. That boost he gave his team early on, a huge factor.
Anytime you deliver that sort of production we saw from him tonight, you're going to put...
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin...
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal. I'm Ernie Johnson. Tonight, we'll see the Los Angeles Clippers as they play against the Detroit Pistons. Looking at the Pistons, only one win in their last 6 games. They know they can play much better, looking to be more competitive tonight. And the matchups in the backcourt will certainly be interesting to watch in this one. Kenny, who are some of the top guards you played against over the years?
Wow, come on. The Bulls, always a force, with Jordan and Pippen. Well, Pippen was really like a small forward, but he played guard a lot. Magic is probably top of it. John Stockton, unbelievable. Gary Payton. I said Clyde Drexler, but he played with us, so I was love Clyde when he came to us.
And what about Penny Hardaway?
He was tough.
A sight many have seen heading to the Old Port here in Los Angeles. 2K Sports checks in with their loyal viewers with a broadcast from Los Angeles, the home of the Clippers, the Staples Center. The excitement of the NBA is on the way. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Paul outside. He nails it, and we're tied up.
Well, Merry Christmas. That was a freebie.
Well, for Detroit, their last game, a loss to the Kings in Sacramento.
And one of the factors, Kevin, that really hurt them in that game, the lack of success at the foul line. We all know how much those free throw woes can cost you.
And it gave those opposing fans a boost every time another foul shot clanged off the rim. That's an easy way to get the home crowd in your grill.
So, for the Clippers, Aldridge comes in for Jordan. And it's Hickson in for Dawson. Jody Meeks, he's checked in for the Pistons. Now we'll go to Doris Burke, who had a chance to talk with head coach Doc Rivers.
For them to be successful, Kevin, he said they have to act like, and I quote, a swarm of angry bees every time the ball gets in the post. If they don't collapse on their post threats, he knows they're in for a long game. Guys?
Thanks, Doris. The Pistons have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Here's Udrich. Goes back up. Got a hand on it, but they'll get another chance. And Drummond kicks to Udrich. Meeks with it. Dishes it to Drummond. And it's out of bounds. The Pistons able to retain possession here. Johnson. For the Los Angeles Clippers, they come in off a good outing against Golden State.
And you know what? Exactly what had to be done in terms of winning on the road. Never allowed any momentum to build up against them. Kept the crowd out of the game. And for every punch they took, they had a counter.
I was very impressed, Greg, with the way they stood their ground, even when they were on their heels some, coming through those moments where they were backing up a bit. That's what it takes on the road. You've got to show that kind of fortitude and resilience.
Here are the 5. Detroit has to start the second quarter. Jackson and Caldwell Pope, the guards. Andre Drummond is out there with Freak, and it's Harrison at the small forward position.
I tell you what, he earned his money on that foul.
Yeah, if you're going to foul, then make sure that you don't give a chance for the and one.
And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for the Pistons.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
And the Pistons making a change here. Leonard's checked in. Now here's Freak. He's guarded closely. Just 5 to shoot. And stolen by Jordan. Here is Bayless, guarded by Jackson. Dawson can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Clippers trail by 4. And Bayless kicks to Dawson. No good on the triple.
Boy, with an open look like that, he is so gifted. Man, you've got to play better defense. Eventually, he's going to make you pay.
Yeah, you can see he's still in rhythm, even though he misses that one. Almost always deadly when he's that open.
Pass to Redick. There's the triple. And that one's good. Redick's got his second bucket of the night.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
Patience. Patience. Taking early threes is leading to long rebounds, which equal to transition points. Make the defense move. Let's pass a good shot
And how
great
about the
shot.
year they've had offensively? This is a team that can put
forcing the
points
issue
on
too
the
much.
board in a hurry. Always fun to watch them play.
Quarter number 2. We're about 2 minutes in. Caldwell Pope kicks to Harris. Pass to Freak. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. Here we are in November, and let's see how things are going out east in the early season. Take a look at the Cavaliers. They hold the first place spot in the conference, just right where they want to be. They've got momentum. And, of course, there's the Pistons, 5.5 games behind.
And I think for the Pistons, so far it looks like the adjustments they made in the offseason aren't going to produce the desired effect.
Yeah, I agree with you. I don't think the plan they have in place is going to get it done. This season could be another long, slow journey through the NBA cellar.
To the middle, here's Jordan, and that comes off the assist by Jared Bayless.
I really think that's the area they want to work the ball into, and it takes passing like that to get it done.
Outside Jackson. And it's Leonard, top of the key. It's a very good look and converts. And the Pistons lead by 5.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
And Doris Burke has a report for us from the sideline.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Kings was superb. He ended with 14 points, and there weren't too many shots that didn't fall for him. Really efficient night from the field. It was a great contribution from someone who's considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris, well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played.